Well, good evening from Bealtaine Cottage. I've stepped outside because the hailstones and the rain and the storm and the wind and the black clouds have passed, probably just momentarily. It's very cold. There's a sort of a northeast wind blowing, I think, at the moment. But the birds are happy. Jack, as you can see, is very happy. And I just thought I'd do a little update. Now that's the wood pigeon that you can hear, but in actual fact the cuckoo has arrived, and for the past few days there's been the beautiful sound of the cuckoo. A little bit late this year. I think it arrived a day late compared to last year. There's all the apple blossom out. Beautiful, thick apple blossom just all over the trees. This is an eating apple tree, which I pruned last year, and I think it served it well. You can see some of the bees starting to fly in now that the rain is finished. This little apple tree comes out just a few days later. And there's cherry blossom on the cherry tree. Lots and lots of blackcurrants, you can see, forming. The bees really have been very busy. There's been probably more bees this year than any other, and they're all wild. It's another apple tree with lots of blossom. As you can see, the leaves are coming out thick and fast now on the trees. Just walk up this way. Lots of honesty has come through there and underneath the bushes. This is sedge. Beautiful sort of flowering heads. Looks a little bit like foxtail. I think some people call it foxtail. So that had a really good cut back this year, and consequently there's lots of flowers on it. This is hawthorn, and just go on the other side because it has lovely weeping kind of tendency. That's a beautiful young hawthorn. And there's a few more in there. I never really thinned them out. I just let them romp ahead there. You can see there's some flowers about to open. The willow has started to grow. This is the pollarded willow, so I cut it each year quite high up. We'll go through this way, through the arches and onto the soft fruit garden. You can see where I've planted the blackcurrant bushes. All these were grown from seed last year. And then along the edge I've planted rhubarb. And I've banked it up, and I've used lots of chippings from the shredder to sort of earth them in, which of course will turn to earth. Little willow arch here. And I've got some clematis growing up here. And just see. And again, lots and lots of black currants. See them? And lots of black currants on this side as well. And then a row of black currants along there. Sammy bear. These are the crabapple blossom. Quite scented. Pyracantha I've planted in there recently. And Russian kale, which fell over some time ago, continued to grow very, very strongly. So when it started to flower, I thought, this is great, I'm going to have some seed. And of course the bees have absolutely delighted in this. So there's been lots and lots of pollination going on here. And this is a very strong plant. So I'm looking forward to getting some brilliant seed from this. Behind it there is redcurrant. Again, lots of pollination has been happening. So there's going to be masses of fruit here. So we'll go into the tunnel. There are lots of rhubarb there as well. And the scent, as the door opens here in the tunnel, is just divine. Because the scent of dill and coriander and chamomile and feverfew and sage and rosemary, it's just, whew. does you good just to breathe it in. So lots of seeds coming up, lots of cuttings, thriving. And here, and that's the lemon verbena, doing well. Little stalks, chives about to flower, tomato plants almost ready now to put into the ground, cucumber, courgette. Very happy with the way the geraniums have all come back. Excuse me. Oh, you can hear the cuckoo now. Do you hear it? Masses of fruit has been set on the nectarine tree. I'll have to remove about 2/3 of it. Just fruit all over. It's a good complaint, isn't it? And there's the aquilegia flowering. And I noticed that the rosemary was beginning to flower as well. There's a little flower on that. Now that as well has benefited from being given a very hard cut back and a feed. Grapevine, thriving. The bay tree, lots of new growth on that. Again, it's benefited from having quite a hard cut back. So we've got aquilegia in flower and Chinese forget-me-not. And then the peach tree has also set some fruit. I don't know if you can see that because I'm pointing it towards the light, but let me see now if I pull back, and then there we go. I think you can see it there. Am I pointing it at the right one? No, I'm not. I can barely see against the light. Let me just have another go. I'll go in for a different angle, because that's it there, you see. That's one of the peaches. Just have to take my word for the fact that it's set. And that's another one up there. You just see the silhouette of it. So I'm looking forward to having, I don't know, possibly half a dozen peaches on this tree. This will be the first year of fruiting. So I think it's the result of some judicious pruning. It's been mostly kind of hit and miss with this tree. I followed some advice, but I've just basically kept a wine glass sort of open shape going. I'm learning. Lots of herbs, lemon balm and lavender, rosemary, sage, feverfew, all down the centre aisle here. Very happy with the kale. It's very strong now. Quite high as well. I've been picking some of the leaves, as you can see. And all the little cotoneaster plants that I grew from seeds are most healthy. I think if you can, if you have the patience to grow plants, especially shrubs and trees, from seed, you're going to get a good, strong plant because it will have been birthed and reared in the conditions that you have to offer it. And plants adapt very quickly. Sammy Bear is sitting like an old sage on that table. Sammy! Sammy, come on. Come on, let's go. He always looks depressed. Jack never does. Right, let's see if I can get Sammy out. Come on, Sammy. I want to close the door. Come on. Psh. Come on, Sammy Bear. Oh, drat, I'll have to come back over now. There's quite a cold wind standing here. Nothing I can do. I'll just latch the door here to stop it blowing about. What can you do when you have a stubborn cat? Probably as soon as I start walking over, he'll come out. So although the evening is very cold, I mean it really is bitter, it's actually quite pleasant. There's a wonderful display over there of honesty in the new lunacy garden. Isn't that fabulous? Beloved. My little willow wood pile is getting bigger and higher. And I must just show you how the peas are doing in the little covers. Look at that. And I've allowed this very strong kale. This is things like a walking stick kale. I've allowed this to seed as well. Because again we're looking at well, I've allowed it to flower, and I should get some nice seed off that, because that's a very strong plant. It's grown well all the way through the winter. Lots and lots of Chinese forget-me-not there. The battery's about to go, so I finish off.